Hey guys, Tbull here. Today we got another game in the Fletcher for you. Just recently had a Fletcher Kraken game on this channel, and then not sure exactly when this will release because we're coming up on an update as I'm recording this, and we're going to try and cover the new stuff as quickly as possible, but recording this one the week before the update, and it's another lights out Fletcher game. Okay, Fletcher, very, very good tier 7 destroyer. I think a lot of people would make the argument it's the best, especially out of the tech tree destroyers. And, you know, depending on the day and the mood I'm in, I'd probably agree with you at least some of the time. Domination mode, north. And we got a Minsk, we got myself, we got the Massachusetts. Pedal to the metal, all three of these ships. Look at all these destroyers. Battleship players hate this configuration. Every time they play in this, they go immediately online and complain about it. Battleship players, ask yourself this. Do you see more 5+ battleship games per side, or do you see more 5+ destroyer per side games? My money's on battleships all day long. You guys need to spread the wealth a little bit. Let's get some more cruisers, get some more destroyers in here. Neither of those configurations are necessarily the most fun to play in, but there's too many battleships in the game. They're the least valuable piece, and they clump up, and they're kind of worthless in a lot of games. This game, though, it's going to be a lot of action, a lot of excitement. Strap yourself in. We're moving forward here. As mentioned, we're expecting at least one destroyer. We saw the Tallien, we saw the battleship, so here's the third spawn over here. No carriers, Lightning, squaring off against the Minsk and the Fletcher. This is a dangerous thing. Now he's going to pop the smoke, of course, and then probably launch some torps. So we're expecting this. He was engaging the Minsk, so we can assume his attention's on him. Tallien, long distance radar. These Soviet cruisers have the longest radars in the game, so you got to be aware of that possibility. I'm going to be aware of that. The Minsk on my eastern flank here, he might get caught as time goes on here. Just keep an eye on the difference in the positioning. But I'm aware what he's doing over there, okay? He's kind of going around the east side of the map, the no-man zone. We don't really recommend playing on the eastern side of this map. There's no strategic value. Nevertheless, the cruiser does elect to do it, and he's going to be pushing in. And he can really pop the radar at any moment. Now, even though this Minsk is sitting here, the Tallien, in fact, he's doing it right now. You can see those shots coming in. How are they shooting this guy across the map? It's because the Tallien behind that island actually is radaring him. So you got to be very careful of that. And note, we're not getting radared here, so we had a little bit more distance. I was going to play the opposite side of the cap of the Minsk no matter where he went, but usually the destroyers will play on the eastern side. They like to get tucked in where he is, so I just naturally assumed we were going to play on the western side. Take a shot there, a little risky. We assumed the Lightning was in spotting distance, and in fact he is, but I'm kind of daring him to shoot, and the Iowa, I figured, okay, he's going full speed right to left. By the time he gets guns on us, he's probably not going to be able to shoot. I can capture the base, pull forward. Lightning doesn't shoot here, so we're on to the next. Okay, you don't want to get bogged down and thinking, okay, I got C. How do I protect this? Do I fight that Lightning? Do I chase him off into Timbuktu? No. They got B. A's up for grabs here, and we know there's at least one destroyer, maybe two on B. Get over here. We're the sheriff in town here, the American Destroyer. We got work to do. We got bases to capture, destroyers to kill, and wrangle. Summer's coming in hot here. Now he slams on the brake and turns tail as soon as he realizes what's coming on his way. But that's not really going to help him. A lot of good fire on the team here. You can see shots coming in from myself. Multiple ships shooting at the Summers. That's a good sign whenever you got teammates that are shooting the destroyers, especially when they got battleships in the back that they could potentially shoot at. That's who you want on your team here. So we need to get this guy off. He lets his crew off on the beach. Very polite. That's kind of an old Navy trick when you know you're going down. Captains, of course, you stay with the ship. You go down with it. But let the cooks off. Let the maintenance guys off. Anyone else, frankly, who wants to get off, let them off on the beach. Great move there. Summer's down. Z-23. Now, look at all these torps coming at the North Carolina. Z-23 is currently being spotted by him. But I'm looking at the distance of the map. Less than 5 kilometers. So I know as long as he's not in the smoke, which I don't think he is, we coming around, we're going to spot him. So boom, dev strike on the North Carolina. But look at this. Immediately we engage the Z-23. We're shooting our guns. Note the difference. Shoots, shoots, shoots. Where's the return fire? Oh, you're lining up torps? Come on, man. I got cover to the left and right. There's no way you can possibly torp me. Watch this. Hit the gas. Boom. All right, now we've already blocked any possibility of him torping us, and he traded his destroyer. He was going to go down regardless. Trust me, I was going to win that gunfight. We got a full health Fletcher against the Z-23, which is kind of a dog. But he could have gotten at least 2 salvos off, gotten a third of our health off our ship. Instead, he dies. We're going to take B, and we've basically been mistreating the destroyers on the red team, which is what we're born to do, is the Fletcher and other American gunboats. So this is the raw savagery that you need to employ. Don't be sitting there focusing on torpedoes. Launch them when you got them, but they're secondary. We're using the guns, we're using the position, we're using the ferocity and the mobility to take them down. Bismarck, why are you broadside of the Massachusetts, man? That's a fight you should win. He had more health than the Massachusetts going into it, but unfortunately he will lose there. Fortunately for us, though, the dude sailed through A, didn't capture the base. So we're trading bases here, kind of unnecessarily in my mind. I'm getting B. We got 2 battleships on C now. They don't want to get torped by the lightning, so they're hanging back. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do, okay? You can't concede that base here. You can see we're down in ships. We're down in score, and the situation's not looking too hot, okay? So little disappointing that the battleships kind of hang back and concede that base. Nelson, dangerous for me to push into that, okay? Now he's going to be, of course, fighting the battleships, but there's a lot of health on that thing, and it's very hard for a destroyer to kill the Nelson because he can heal basically most of the damage that you do to him. Lightning pops up here, though. We're going to be gunning it as quickly as possible, trying to get some shots on the lightning. Final destroyer on the red team. We're down to 3 ships here. They're up to 5, or down to 5, I guess. Nearly doubling our score, so it's not looking good. Massachusetts does get them off the board, though, with the close quarters. Nelson, we're going to try to pull forward here, get some torps on him. Again, I'm thinking, okay, we got the 2 battleships down to 1 now at this point in time. It's not looking good. Hopefully he can score some nice shots. Want to chime in with the torps, but that's kind of out of my control. If he pulls to the right, we can't hit him. If he pulls to the left, potentially. We launched him, got spotted, dropped the smoke. Aware that the Tallinn is moving in. He's got sonar, radar. He's got all the tools to take us out. So in this situation, we need the battleship to engage the cruiser. Okay, he's going to be very tempted to fight the Nelson because the Nelson is much more dangerous to him. Nice shot there. Vicious shot. Takes about half his health off. But again, we need him to be focused like a laser on the Tallinn. The game is on the line here. You know, the Nelson, again, it's going to be very hard for me to kill that thing, but the Tallinn can basically spot me with his consumables and kill me very rapidly, in which case we can no longer protect these bases. You can see they're flipping A now, and they have a battleship that if he knew what he was doing, south of B, he would go into B as opposed to go further south, chasing the battleship into sea. Tallinn, though, does get us spotted here with the consumables, the radar, presumably, and we're forced to engage. Okay, so we're taking a lot of damage here. Half the health gone very quickly, but look at the damage we're pumping out at him. Fletcher's no slouch either, and he's kind of, you know, not necessarily disrespecting the potential that we have on him, but not really respecting it to the full amount. So he's basically down. We get the Nelson with the fire. I guess our buddy in the Crotchlow probably got him with a nice shot, and then the fire finished him off. But Tallinn needs to go down here, and if he does, I think we have pretty good chance to control this game here. The battleship is sailing through C. Now his main goal should be to move directly towards me, get behind that island, capture the base. You got to capture the base here, okay? You need 2 bases to 1, especially in these late game situations, especially in these very tight games, and even more so in situations where he needs to assume he's going to die. He's got about 10,000 health, 12,000, whatever it is, which is why we're going to play very kind of recklessly / aggressively here, however you want to term it. But I'm under the assumption that guy's going to die. That's going to pull the score towards the red team 100 points, right? They're going to get a 100-point swing, plus 70, minus 30, whatever it is. It doesn't matter. Their lead will increase by 100 once he dies, which I have to assume he's going to do. Okay, you have to assume your team. You got to be able to evaluate what your team's likely to do, and that comes with experience. But that's a huge part of trying to figure out how to win late in the game. Yeah, we're taking shots here, very dangerous. Secondaries with the Massachusetts, they're going off long range. So we're pulling away from them. We're actually turning all the way around here. You can see on the diagram there we did a full basically 180, or probably about a 90-degree turn, I guess. But we're trying to get this guy on fire. There he goes with the fire there. He'll damage Khan as he goes behind the island. He's got about 2,000 health. Do we get hit there? No. Whew. Okay, the game's still alive. If we die there, it's probably over. Because once again, if this battleship, I don't know why he's going south on the red team there, push into the caps. I mean, I think if he gets B earlier, this game's still probably a loss for us. But you can see how close and how intense this finish is shaping up to be. So great job by the Crotchlow. Now he's in the smoke. I'm going to keep telling him, get back, get back. There's not a lot he can really do. But I want him to at least have it in his mind to be trying to preserve his health here. I would also like him to be in a position to shoot this Massachusetts, who's looking like he's got about 2,000 health. Each bar on those health bars is 5,000 health, just in case you don't know. We're going to, of course, take one more incoming shot. He's got HE loaded. We dodge, and looks like we did avoid the main battery, and secondary is coming in as well. He's back on fire. Boom, he's dead. There's that 100-point swing in the other direction, and now we're actually up 120 plus. And because this guy, look at him, he's still 2 squares south of sea. Holy God. I'm getting more ticked at the red team's play than our own team normally. This game, yeah, you're in the wrong spot, buddy. No offense. You got to be pressuring these caps. You got to be viscerally aware of the score at all times here, and doing these little sightseeing tours unnecessary. Where are we going? Well, I was thinking about going to A initially, but again, I'm still operating under the assumption this Crotchlow is going to die. Look at my health. I don't have a lot of health left either, but I do have this little ridge sticking out here on the right-hand side of the screen. We're going to be able to torp into C if he pushes in there, which he's going to want to do. He's got to freeze the scoring. In fact, it's getting out of control now. We're up about 150 points. Okay, but if he rapidly gets C, maybe they'll be able to close it in on score. I mean, this is why you can't concede these caps. This is how tight this is. If they get one of these bases a minute earlier, then what I have to do completely changes. But we're being very defensive here. We're going to send those torps in here, or at least position ourselves. Looked like he was potentially slamming the brakes, so we don't want to waste the torps. But we are now in position to shoot. And so we've got the Crotchlow spotting. As long as he's alive, he'll be able to spot. And then we can just basically back up, keep this Iowa under fire while we're not getting return fired. And then we're backing up, trying to turn the ship as well to be able to send these torps in there. Because we know if he's got any chance to win this game, he's got to get on that cap. You can't lollygag anymore. So now the torps are coming in, and that's basically very problematic for him. He's pushed himself into the situation where if they have any chance of winning, he's got to go straight for the cap. And now he's going to be under our fire with the main guns. Unable to return, we're going to go ahead and drop the anchor, pop the smoke just to be safe here. Because now I'm looking at the scoreboard, we're almost up 200 points. But I'm thinking Kraken. Okay, we're getting Confederate, we're getting fires, we're getting damage. Why not? And we're looking at the torp strike, it's coming in hot. And he's actually going to eat these torps like a pro. So he will go down for the 5th kill there. That's a pretty good destroyer game right there. I don't know if I can do much better than that one. Hopefully you guys did enjoy that. He's gone there. That's it for that one. If you guys enjoyed it, please hit the thumbs up. New to the channel, consider subscribing. Lots of World of Warships coming for you all the time. Questions, comments, leave them below. Love to hear from you guys, and see y'all later, bees.